Hello, this is Kuku. I'm here at Superbooth 26 with Piotr from Polyend. And Piotr is not only just a random dude here, he's the owner of the company.
I am the random dude, kinda. But yeah, in the meantime, I make sure that there is a coffee in the office and everybody stays healthy and mentally healthy.
That's a very good point.
Yeah, I mean, nowadays it can go all over the places. So, it's honestly not disturb is my main thing.
That's nice. And in the background here, we see a massive poster billboard of something completely new.
Yes, so this is our new device called Drums. It's an analog and digital drum machine. And the idea behind it was very simple. Let's master the sound, master the build quality, and master the sequencer, but also maintain the nice workflow, which is very important for us. And I think there is a lot of people like us that do not like menu diving and reading a lot of manuals. So to make it as intuitive and immediate as possible.
Nice. So, yeah, that is a really nice goal to have in mind at all time, I think, during development. Has it gone well? Are you done with it?
Well,
Is it ready?
it is 90% ready. The units you see here are pre-production. What is missing here is the connection between analog stuff and our microcontroller and DACs. So what you will hear is like all the architecture and digital part of it, analog stuff. You can see it under this what is it, aquarium. There are plenty of, 1,700 pieces in the PCB responsible for analog side. It's like four proper analog parts, but it's not incorporated yet. We didn't enable it. Apart from that, everything else is mostly done. We are shipping it within 4 months, so we still have time to finalize it properly.
Nice. So, what is it? I mean, it looks gorgeous. It looks like, from what I can tell, my first impression here is that you got fingertip control of all features.
Yeah, you've got like 64 buttons to play with the sequencer, and then you've got like 90, I think, or 87 it is, knobs to play around with it. So nothing is hidden, everything is immediate and available for you to play with.
Nice.
And there are some things like, that we build especially for the performance. So for example, the keys are not being saved. So if you fuck something up, then you could hit key once again, it recalls it. So you're on the safe side, and plenty of those small things that are allowing you to be in the flow and not stop making music or performing music.
So what does it sound like? Are you thinking of this as a drum machine?
Absolutely. We added synthesizer, like also the chord stop type of synthesizer. But we wanted to stop there because we don't want to make it a groove box. It's a drum machine with a hint of groove box rather than the other way around, because once you start making groove box, it will get too complicated, less fun, less immediate, and it wasn't intended to be groove box from the get-go, so that was very deliberate.
Yeah, nice. Okay, so how does it work? Let me see it.
So maybe I'll start from scratch in terms of the patterns. This is my pattern view. Here is the empty patterns. So after couple of hours in Superbooth, you can expect some weirdness in patterns. I'll go out of here and preview my kit, right? So this is the kit. This is the kick. So here you see 4 tracks and 16 steps. Those are another 4 tracks and 16 steps. I can change the view and make it 1 track of 64 steps. So if I hold this one, change the length to 64 and lay out my kick like 4 on the floor with some additional. Yeah, so now each track in this view is 64 steps, right? If I wanted to do. I will switch it to 4/16 so it's faster. So let's go faster now. Some rim shots. I'll change it to snare. So you see here those screens are showing some hints what the instrument is. Okay, Here I have a hi-hat, I'll go like full on. Let's record some, I'm holding record. Well, actually I can release it and still record. Okay, we've got some motion. Now the cymbal, pretty quick. Okay, panning to the left, panning to the right, might be too much. Okay, and now I can just start performing with the beat. Let's add a synth just out of the curiosity how this will mix up with the things. Okay, I will use record and record some random pitch changes. Alright, not bad. I will add maybe reverb and delay here and there. This is too much, so I'll go to my effects. We have those global effects or send effects. I'll change the reverb to something small maybe, and desktop. Yeah, that'll do. Oh, there is one more. So here, where is feedback? Less feedback here. In this one, maybe I'll put more filter on it. There we go. So then if I click it, I have 50 of those, 50 different engines, so to say. And then if I click it, I still have a couple of different sub engines. We call them mutations. I'll stick to something like 303-ish, and just I know that this is resonance. This is filter and this is envelope. And then I have this X or Y fader that allows me to have like 3 different variations and morph between them. So if I go to my X, I might change maybe the decay of synth. What else is there? For clap, I'll go like crazy. Oh, I don't use them. So for the snare, I'll go with change the pitch for the sake of the demo. So I overdid the decay, so maybe. Be probably more audible if I change the pitch, for example. What I can also do in my Y settings is hold it and now click these. These will randomize things for me, and you can see I'm randomizing parameters, and you see you have some overview of what is being randomized. Let's hear it.
It's very nice. Cool.
And then you can switch different patterns. What is cool is that I have some other kits. Let's hear how this kit will sound like how this pattern will sound like with different kits. I'll hold out and record this one, save it for later, and see this. That's cool.
Yeah, that's sick.
So I can mute stuff here and then. I like this one. A little bit of reverb here. A little bit. And then on top of that, we've got some like mastering stuff for finalizing your beat, which is very nice equalizer. So you see here, let's say graphical equalizer, you've got 8 bands and you just tweak them. Then the compressor, wave side chaining, song chains, micro timing, repeats, ratchets, everything that we've developed over 10 years. But again, it's very deep. If you need it, and the basic level where you want to have fun, it's very immediate.
And you mentioned the analog component is not tied into it right now, but what are the kind of limitations of where the analog engines can live?
Yeah, so we've already have the analog parts running on the separate boards, and they sound amazing. And we build them on 2 VCOs, plus analog filter, plus VCAs. Additionally, there is a noise source that goes to filter, analog filter, and VCA. And additionally, very flexible digital oscillator that goes to analog, state variable analog filter, 2 VCAs, and this is just one voice. This times for a lot of things.
So four analog voices.
Oh yes.
And on what tracks could they live? On whichever you like.
Whichever you like, you define it.
Nice. And when you reach 4, it says, yeah, you reach your max. Not.
Well, if you max out the number, then you will not be able. The list will be just shorter.
Yeah.
You know how it goes. So this is the list, and you won't gonna see those analog. Sometimes you see this small S icon. It says sample, and then A will say it's analog.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a bunch of different synthesis, samples, and analog. It's basically up to you to find interesting analog algorithms as well.
The problem of analog is that the digital part sounds so good that it's gonna be, well, that's what we are working on now. Let's what's the word? Differentiating them from digital, make them a little bit wobblier than they are, because what our designers did, and you can see it under the aquarium, they are really very nice sounding and almost perfect. So now they have to kind of break them in order for them to sound more analog. That's which is kind of weird.
Yeah. But is it like one analog engine, or are there several of these engines will be analog?
There will be like FM engine, analog engine, a couple of those kicks engines, toms, snares, hi-hat, open hi-hats. So I think we had 12 already.
Very nice, cool. And then all of this is mixed in the digital domain when you use the compressor and stuff?
Yes, we actually use very good digital to analog and analog to digital converters. Internally, everything is calculated within 32-bit float precision, and what you hear is like 96 kilohertz with 24 bits out and input. There is input, by the way, I didn't mention, so you can hook up your external device and either put it through the compressor equalizer and the effects, or put one of our insert effects like delay, reverb, and then sequence the effects. So like synthesizer and then delay that has different timings on each step. That's also pretty cool.
Nice. Yeah, it's
everything in this very high quality. That's worth mentioning. But because you might think it looks slick, so it's a kind of toyish. Someone just had this resemblance. Like, okay, it looks too good to be professional. That's what he said, and I said, yeah, come on, it's as professional as it can get. It's just not very menu oriented. Rather, it's very playful.
No, I think it looks professional. It looks like the design shines. It is very striking.
Speaking of the design, this is like one block of aluminum.
This is thick.
This is quite thick, and it's built like a tank.
Seeing the cutouts, how thick it is. This is like 4 millimeters.
Yeah, and it's quite heavy. Yeah. So, but again, you cannot get better than that in terms of build quality. All of the knobs, even the buttons are aluminum. This is like, specially designed for us, aluminum piece. The keyboard is mechanical butterfly, low profile keys. It feels like very nice and clicky. This was like designed to be touched.
Yeah. What about like project management or pattern? How do you manage it?
So you've got songs here. This is the song view, and those are like slots for patterns if you want to change them. So you hold this, and say this is gonna be my pattern number 3. Now I'm choosing which pattern it is, and then release it, and I can say play pattern number 4 2 times, play pattern number 1 1 time, and then this is how you chain them. So you've got 48 songs, 64 patterns, 64 keys, and this is how you manage them, and they are loaded immediately. So in terms of like playing live, we still got it.
Very nice. So how far are you from shipping? You said later this year.
Shipping is 4 months, 3-4 months. I hope to make it 3 months, but a little bit touches in the software here and there. It's very stable and sounds amazing, but there are like stuff to be polished, and then incorporate this analog thing and then work on the sound. This will take a couple of months, but I'm sure we will make it soon. On our website we will have the demo that will explain how it works and how it sounds, what are the different sounds between analog and digital.
Are you taking pre-orders, or are you waiting until it's done and then?
We unfortunately had to start small with small batches, so we are taking reservations. So it's like on deposit, $500 deposit based. It's refundable deposit, so if you happen to change your mind on the way, we will just refund it. But yes, and then you pay the rest just before we ship.
And the price point, have you landed final price yet?
We landed at 26.99 euros or dollars.
Cool. And is it mostly direct orders, or do you also have stores that carry them?
We're both. We are, it's always great if you buy it from us, so the margin stays in one place, so we can develop another devices.
I think it's so good that you mentioned that, because maybe people don't really realize that if it goes through a dealer, there needs to be more cuts, and if someone has direct orders and you order it directly from them, that means that you give more to the developers, and yeah, that's a good thing. So if you can do it, but if you have a local store, that's also something to consider
yeah, maybe in some places like Australia, it will take time to ship it from Poland, and then maybe the taxes will bump the price up. So I understand it totally. It's okay. But then we have the dealer there who has those. We have dealers worldwide, so it's still okay.
But you're based in Poland, right?
We're based in northern Poland, in just between Gdańsk and Warsaw. There is a small city called Olsztyn. We have 11 lakes within our city, so it's like a land of 1,000 lakes. Yeah. Loads of forest, quiet, and out of nowhere. So very nice place to live. You should visit.
Yeah, I should visit. Yeah, it sounds beautiful the way you describe it.
We've just built our new factory. I mean, it's kind of place to work rather than factory. We assemble everything at our office. We have our engineering team. It's like 30 of us, but half of the team is R&D. The rest is like, managing staff administration and the assembly line.
Well, cool. Well, best of luck, and I hope just the right people get it, because this is not a toy. It's very, very elegant, and yeah, I can't wait to hear the analog parts as well and see how that stacks up. When are you planning to? Are there demos of the analog parts out somewhere?
Well, in 2-3 weeks, I suppose. Yeah.
Now, cool. Keep an eye out on Polyend's social media and website to follow up when the analog side finally is ready to be listened to.
Absolutely. I love what you said, that you think it's elegant, and I think that's very good word of describing that. We are not winning on features with others. We are feeling on this being the most elegant way of making music.
Cool. Good luck.
Thank you so much.